It only took me till 11 to realize that it was Sunday and I didn't have to worry about traffic. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm at the top of the pass on Highway 46 from Cambria to Paso Robles. The van is shaking so bad, it's so windy. Again, I actually got out to take a picture, and I had to like lunge so that I wouldn't get blown off of the hill. But the view is spectacular. It was so worth getting out there. Today was a long driving day. I drove 252 miles. I am now at Benicia State Recreation Area, I think is what it's called. I did reach out to a couple of friends. One said no, one said of course, but I was already heading more north. And I really, really wanted to get through the Bay Area before rush hour tomorrow. So I'm not quite out of the really populated area yet, but I'm close, and I'm on the north side, and any traffic in the morning is going to be going into, Walnut Creek or Oakland or San Francisco. So I'll be able to head out of here pretty easily to Highway 101, and then I'll start exploring again. I'm running a little bit low on groceries, but I always have plenty to eat. I didn't even try and find a place to restock in the Bay Area. I just got out of there or through there as quickly as possible today. I know that Arcada has a really nice co-op, and so I think I'll just wait until I get to Arcada. The last restock I did was the day after Thanksgiving, so that's been a week and a few days. I just did my little bit of Google Map forcing it to go where I want it to go. I keyed in to stop in Eureka, California, because that's on 101, and it routed me up there on 101 and then back over to I-5, and then so then I put in Florence, Oregon. It's 11 hours and 15 minutes via Google Maps, so maybe add in 20% because I like to stop a lot. Like, I like to stop and see the things. Even though I've driven this particular route many times, there's just always something to see. One thing that's been really surprising to me here in Northern California is that my cell signal hasn't been very strong. I expected it to be quite a bit stronger. I needed to make some slides for the training tonight. I have one of my team members doing the training, but I make all the slides. And the internet was so slow last night. The AT&T just wasn't cutting it at all, and the Verizon was pretty tough too. So I wasn't able to make the slides, so I'm gonna have to stop along my way somewhere today to put those together. This was a really great place to park for the night. I wish all of the parks did this. What they've done here is they have 3 spots right at the entrance for what they call en route camping. You can only stay one night. It's only from like 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. or something. So, it's an earlier checkout, and there's not any services. They just have a porta potty, and it's only 12 bucks. Instead of 45 to, $80 or $85 a night around here for a campground, I'm able to spend $12 to just park for the night. Nobody's going to rap on my door like the sheriff a few nights ago. And it's actually a benefit to the park too, because it keeps the park safer because people are right here at the entrance. All right, I'm all packed up and ready to go. I plugged in Eureka, California. It is about 5 hours from here. Up to the Santa Rosa Community Market. This is an organic, vegetarian grocery store. One of the benefits to taking 101 instead of I-5 is that there's real food on 101, not so much on I-5. So it's gosh, 10 days since I've been to Natural Grocer, and way longer since I've been to a really good store, so I'm super excited to go in and check this out. Okay, I have a slight addiction to chocolate, and I am always looking for new, interesting, healthy chocolates. I think I found one. I found a turmeric ginger kraut. I don't think it could get any more antibacterial or gut healthy than that. I have food again. That was an awesome store. I found a really cool granola that I've never heard of before that looks really good, and I actually did taste just a tiny bit of it just to make sure that it wasn't too sweet, and it was awesome. So I'm gonna have that now. One of the things that I do to make everything easier to find is I write on the lids of things, because I'm using drawers for everything and I'm looking at the tops of them. And so just marking them with a Sharpie on the lid makes it a lot easier to find what you're looking for. To take the Sharpie off the top of the jar, just a drop of lemon oil, and then you're ready to mark it again. Now is a produce sweet spot. It's the last of the apples and the first of the citrus. What an awesome stop. I really enjoyed that grocery store. Spent a little more than I probably should have, considering I'm going to be in Eugene in 2 days. But wow, it's like being back to my people. I've been in a complete food desert, not just the desert, but a food desert for at least 2 months. One of my favorite places to be in the whole world is in a nice natural grocery store. The wind really picked up while I was in my food heaven over there at the community market. And so now I have some really fierce side winds. I had totally forgotten about the Real Goods store. I don't really have time to stop today, but I love this store. This is one of my favorite places. In the courtyard of Real Goods, this is way more than a store. It is a green living education center. Got these plastic recycled rugs, but I don't know where I'd store it. I got some bokashi, which is a probiotic digester compost accelerator, and I am going to try it in my toilet and try and turn my little bucket into a composting toilet. The thing that I picked up is something that I've been looking at for quite a while. It's the bees wrap, and I got the medium, and then at Real Goods I got the large. It is beeswax, organic cloth, tree resin, and organic jojoba oil. And it replaces any plastic wrap that you might be using. It's a little tricky to do this with one hand while I hand hold the camera, but it really does show you just how easy it is to use. And there we have my wrapped up cheese. Good cell signal here at Real Goods. And it's a nice, quiet, relaxing environment. I'm gonna make some lunch and then create my slides for tonight and get those over to my team member Susan, who's doing the training tonight, so that she has some idea of what's coming up on the screen for her. I got my slides done for my team training tonight, and I got those emailed off to Susan. She's doing the training, and I started an upload. So you'll have another video, and my computer's just sitting there on my bed, and it's going to upload while I drive, because AT&T is being really, really slow. So we'll see how long that takes. I am headed to Eureka, California. I drove more than 6 hours today. It turns out that I drove almost exactly halfway, so I just have to drive 3 hours each day the next 2 days, and I could split that up differently, of course. I am at my first overnight rest area, so we'll see how that goes. The rest area is actually pretty full with car campers, van campers, truck campers. It seems like there's only maybe 3 spots that are available for people who just need a bathroom. I was using freecampsites.net and lots of reviews on this one, and it seems like I should be okay. I shouldn't be getting a knock on the door in the middle of the night. I'm at the rest area between Trinidad and Patrick's Point, and I decided to go ahead and go back to Arcada this morning and hit the co-op and get some diesel, because I forgot to do that last night. So it's 2 reasons to go back. It's 20 some miles, but I only have to drive 3 hours today, so adding an extra hour, it's not that big of a deal. And I wish I had my new camera. This would be so cool. You should see this. Seals are barking right down at that rock. Ignoring Google at the moment so that I can have this view. Check out this view that I found. This is in Trinidad and it's just so pretty. We have a huge bulk department here. I don't think I've seen one quite this large before. Okay, I just found out about this chocolate that's made here. They have a tour where you can try all the flavors. I might have to stick around long enough to do that today. What I love about coming to these little stores, well, this one's not little, is scoping out all the local stuff, because these stores specialize in carrying local products. I have to try a cider called Wanderlust. And my breakfast, I have a bunch of stuff that I didn't come here for, because that's how it is with this sort of store, especially when I haven't been to one in a long time. Had a blast. Some people spend a lot of money just on coffee. I don't do that, so I'm able to do this instead. 42 miles and more than 3 hours later, I am right back where I started this morning at the rest area. My blue def light came on just as I was pulling out onto this gorgeous beach. I love the ocean and I love the waves and the rocks. What a great place to stop and add blue def. I'm so glad that I had the foresight back in Bakersfield to pick up a jug of that, because I think it'd be pretty hard out here to find what I needed. The spot that I stopped to put def in turns out to be just right at the edge of the visitor center for the Redwood National Park. National and state parks, actually. I didn't realize that, so that's cracking me up. This is Joni with TheGalavan. Enjoy your journey.